Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I am extremely excited to be sharing with you Across a Thousand Dead Worlds. I have been loving this game and am a couple expeditions into my current campaign. So let's get started. My character's name is Hugh Sunders. He's a good old boy from Texas and made it to Karam Station under auspicious circumstances. His brother, who he shared the corporation with, was mysteriously murdered, and Hugh suspects Drake Industries has something to do with it. So he sold the company and bought a ticket to the far reaches of space to Karoom Station and has been doing diving missions since. He's pretty talented. He's already at level 3 and has a couple of talents, including breath control and the ability to be less stressed. I believe it's called Calm. Yeah, that's right. So, in addition to these missions, Hugh's stated goal is espionage of the corporation. So we'll see if any of that can get tied into the gameplay here. But first things first, let's go on an adventure. So I have already generated the ship that we'll be getting on. It's a Circle class ship called Bright Kronos. Circle classes are single person ships. They generally can take about 50 units of gear in total, including the O2 tanks and supplies and rations. Hugh has been fitted with pretty standard gear. He has the Requiem B99 carbine, KSA personal body armor, O2 pellets, Emmons batteries, and a standard loadout from the Drake Corporation of Associated Supplies. So he is not going to be taking on any additional O2 or supplies for this mission and go with the standard. I've taken on additional supplies in the past, but I think you have to miss around 3 coin flips to have this be a problem. Of course, by a problem, you generally will just die if you do not have any oxygen. But we'll see if we can make it. And if not, then we'll have a great story as he suffocates to death. So, let's get to it. While we're traveling, there are 2 roles. The first one is a random travel event, and it is a cumulative 20% chance of occurring. So we have boarded the ship, and this is week 1. Let's see if we have an event. And we do. So now we will roll for the type of travel event. And number 3 is a space anomaly. That's exciting. I have not gotten one of these yet. So D10. 8. Recalibration takes unusually long. D6 hours. So around 4 hours, the crew doesn't know what's going on, but it appears that Hugh was in the shadow of a colossal ship. It slowly scanned them before moving away and disappearing into the black. Moments later, the PC ship re-enters warp space. So, it looks like we were kind of pulled out of warp space just for a moment, and it's unknown why that happened. Nobody knows how these aerosat ships really work. You just kind of hit play, and it goes. But somebody somewhere knows what's going on and is flying in that ship. So that's super interesting. Okay, so now we'll check if we have made it, arrived at the expedition site, which is a 40% chance. So let's roll. And 61, we did not. So that'll take 1 unit of oxygen. And let's roll again for a random travel event. Okay, another random travel event. And that is a 4, which is a mental or physical issue. D10. 5. A random crew member falls ill. So, as we have one crew member, Hugh, he is now suffering high fever and has difficulty breathing. A successful medical aid check must be made each day for the next D10 days. If the character is not healed before the ship arrives, they suffer -5 to all rolls on this mission. So I have had this, and this is pretty awful. So we'll just start at the beginning of the week and see if we can make medical aid checks to succeed. So going back to my skill set, I have a 10 in medical aid. I should be rolling a d20 for this, is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the d20. Okay, 13, which is under the skill, so that is a success. So failure increases sickness duration by 1 day, so let's try again. That is a failure. That is a success. And actually, let me roll the d10 to see how many days we're doing this. So 5 total days. So I've had 2 successes and 1 failure, so I have 4 days left of sickness. Success, 3 days left. 2 days left. 1 day left. And okay, perfect. So we were able to succeed for the enough days, so we have been cured of sickness over that week. Now, let's see if we made it to the station. Or wherever this place is located. Okay, we have a 17, which succeeds. So we do arrive at the expedition site. Let's roll a name for this site. Oh, actually, before that, let's see what happened on arrival. So D100, we rolled a 1. All right, with a 1, the ship exits its final jump within a star that has recently expanded into a red giant. The ship and all those within it are destroyed. Fantastic. So as Hugh's ship pulls out of warp space, all of a sudden all the sensors start going off, and he sees the red giant right in front of him. And he is quickly enveloped in the fiery sun. And that is that. Hugh is at the end of his voyage. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me. We will roll up another character and try to make it off the ship onto a planet next time. Thanks.